Do you struggle with nighttime snacking? Do you do really well with healthy eating all day long only to totally fall off the rails at night? And do you feel powerless around certain, shall we say, comfort foods? So often the challenges and struggles that we have around staying on track with healthy eating are not so much about what we're eating as they are about how, where, and why we're making the choices that we're making. We're so busy these days and we're just chronically multitasking, and we do this when we're eating as well. And so we often end up slipping into autopilot, and we end up just falling into old habits and old patterns, mindlessly snacking on things, emotionally eating when we're stressed or bored, just because that's what we do. And this approach, this habit, these old habits can have a really disastrous effect on our health, on our energy, on our waistlines. My name is Sarah Best. I'm a nutritionist, but my students and my clients like to joke that I'm the nutritionist who never talks about food. And that's because my work isn't so much about telling you what you should eat and shouldn't eat. I feel like you already know that pretty well. My work is really around helping you better understand why you don't stick with it consistently and how you can learn how to reprogram and rewire the way your brain really thinks about food so that making those healthy choices that you want to make starts to feel a whole lot easier and a whole lot more natural. I created the 5-day mindful eating challenge as a way to teach my really basic and simple tools and tricks and strategies around mindful eating, because mindful eating is one of the most powerful practices we have when it comes to changing our relationship with food, rewiring those old habits and patterns that keep sabotaging us. So if you sign up for the challenge, you're going to learn some very simple and very easy to use and very powerful mindful eating tools that you can start using right away. Some of the benefits that you might experience from becoming a mindful eating master are things like improved digestion, right? If you struggle with things like bloating or indigestion or gas or feeling sleepy after meals, these can be signs of poor digestion. And sometimes just eating more mindfully, just learning how to do that on a really consistent basis can really help you diminish those symptoms. Often as well, when we eat more mindfully, we tend to overeat less. Right? Often we're overeating because we're just not paying attention. We're just not aware we're eating mindlessly. And so when you become more mindful about your relationship with food, overeating becomes a thing of the past. And finally, you just gain this great freedom around food. You start to have more control no matter who you're with, where you are, or what food's around, which is a fantastic feeling. So I hope you'll consider joining us for the challenge. It's totally free, and I would love to have you come along for the ride.